Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about important yes-no questions and top 60 words for US citizenship interview. This is an important video for anyone preparing to apply for US citizenship. So please watch this video fully to prepare for your US citizenship interview the best. Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen in writing or any other way? No. What does claim to be a US citizen mean? To tell someone that you are a US citizen. Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? No. What does vote mean? To elect a new leader. Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States? No. What does owe taxes mean? To owe the government money. What does owe any overdue taxes mean? Didn't pay taxes on time. Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident? No? What is a non-resident alien? A person who has not passed the green card test. What does file a tax return mean? To send tax paperwork to the government. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world? Nope. Tell me what the Communist Party is. No freedom, like Cuba or China. What is a totalitarian party? A political party in which all people have no power. Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship? Now, what is a totalitarian dictatorship? A political system in which all people have no power. Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any of the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law? No. Do you understand what unconstitutional means? Methods were not allowed by the Constitution. Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any sabotage? No. What is sabotage? The act of destroying something. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that, now, used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property? What is a weapon? An object such as a knife, gun, or bomb. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that engaged or participated in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation? No. What does kidnapping mean? To take a person away illegally by force. What is assassination? The killing of someone famous or important. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that threatened, attempted, tried, conspired, planned with others, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited others to commit any of the acts listed in item numbers 6A or 6B? No. You understand what threaten means. To tell someone that you will kill or hurt them. What does incited mean? To encourage somebody to do something illegal. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture? No. Do you understand the word torture? The act of causing great pain to someone. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide? Now, how do you define genocide? Killing a whole race? Have you ever participated in killing or trying to kill any person? No. What does kill mean? To cause someone to die. Have you ever participated in any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, did not agree, or was unable to consent, could not agree, or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else? No. What is sexual contact or activity? Touching private parts of someone. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in not letting someone practice their religion? Now, what is religion? The belief in and worship of a god. Have you ever participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? No. What is suffering? Physical or mental pain of a person. Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any military or police unit? No. What is a military unit? The official army for a country. Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person? No. Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training? No. What is weapons training? Learning how to use a gun. What is paramilitary training? Learning how to fight in combat. Have you ever recruited, asked, enlisted, signed up, conscripted, required to join, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so? No. What does recruit mean? To ask someone to join the armed forces. Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? No. What does commit mean? To do something wrong or illegal. What is a crime? An action that breaks the law. What is an offense? A minor crime. What does to be arrested mean? To be handcuffed by the police. Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official for the US or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense? No. What does to be cited mean? Given a ticket by police. What does to be detained mean? Held in custody by police. What does to be confined mean? To be kept in a place. Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution? No. Do you know what procure means? To find a prostitute for somebody. Please tell me what a prostitute is. Someone who has sex for money. Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled, trafficked any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country? No. What does smuggle mean? To take things to a country illegally. What are illegal drugs or narcotics? Like heroin or cocaine. Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? No. What is an immigration benefit? Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship. Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? No. What does illegally mean? Not allowed by the law. Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? No. Tell me what illegal gambling means. To play a game for money that is against the law. Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? No. How do you define misrepresentation? The act of giving false information. What is public benefit? Welfare like food stamps, housing, or healthcare. Have you ever given any US government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? No. What is fraudulent? Intended to deceive somebody. What is misleading? Giving somebody the wrong idea. Have you ever lied to any US government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? No. What does lie mean? To say something that is not true. Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings? No. Do you understand what rescission is? To take back a decision. What is deportation proceeding? Legal process for removing a person. Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States? No. What does to be deported mean? To be forced to leave the US. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the US Armed Forces? No. Do you know what US Armed Forces are? US military, Navy, Air Force, Space Force. Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the US Armed Forces? Have you ever served in the US Armed Forces? No. Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? No. What is a hereditary title? A royal title, such as a prince or princess. Do you know what an order of nobility is? A position given by a king or queen. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Yes. What is the Constitution? It's the supreme law of the land. What is the form of government of the United States? Republic. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. What is the oath of allegiance to the United States? Or promise to be loyal to the United States? Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment? No. What is developmental disability? Trouble growing, learning, or behaving? What is mental impairment? Trouble thinking or remembering? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Yes. What does bear arms mean? To own or use a gun to fight. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the US Armed Forces? Yes. What are non-combatant services? Services that do not involve combat or hiding. if the law requires it. Are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Yes. His work of national importance, tasks that are important to a nation during a crisis. What is a civilian direction? A direction from a person who is not in the military. Thank you for watching. Good luck and goodbye.